Hello and welcome to episode 4 of the Castles, Cantrips and Conniptions podcast. My name is Evan.
And I'm Edward.
And together we talk about fantasy in video games, TV, movies and Dungeons and Dragons, which we both love to play.
Yes.
Happy New Year everyone.
Indeed, Happy New Year.
2022.
Here's to another year full of fantasy adventures and fun games, right?
Absolutely. And hopefully movies that we can watch in the cinema.
Yeah, sure. So this episode is gonna come out, I think, a week after New Year. But we do want to make this kind of the New Year episode. We record all
2
episodes.
weeks, I think.
Yeah, we record all episodes in advance. So episode 2, which came out on New Year's Eve, was not recorded for New Year's Eve. So this is going to be our New Year's episode, and we're going to look back at all manner of things we did last year related to gaming, fun D&D moments, our favorite movies or games of the year, and just see what happened this year and reflect on it and look forward to the future.
Yeah, we decided to do this today. Just to it wasn't it didn't come up to talk about anything from last year, like a recap. So we do that today.
Yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Also, something I wanna quickly note is that I'm really glad with how the videos have been doing so far. As of now, today, we have 17 subscribers, which is already more than I was expecting for the first few weeks. And the first
it's either bots or people who don't have a life and watch or listen to like every podcast out there.
Well, yeah, that's the type of people we need. And the first episode has actually reached over 60 views as of today, being the 4th of January while we're recording this.
No comments still, right?
We have one comment actually on the first video. There was a guy literally saying "dope, bro," and I responded with "thank you."
Okay.
So the first comment, that was really cool. And we're really happy to receive comments from you guys. I read them all. I try to respond to most of them, as long as we're getting about 10.
One.
I mean, it's still one, but if anyone wants to comment anything, feel free to.
It ain't much, but it's honest work.
It ain't indeed. Alright, should we get into the questions for today?
Yeah, just one thing. Last episode I promised to prepare some Marvel stuff, just some questions that blend into different universes. So maybe we get around to do this today, or otherwise we just do them next week.
Yeah, we can extend this episode a little.
We'll see.
If we lack time, then we can extend it a little. It's okay.
So I prepared my lists for today.
I'm going off memory, so we'll see how that goes.
So where do you want to start? Like movies, games, D&D?
Yeah, I'll just ask you. All right, what was your favorite fantasy video game this year?
So every year I make this top 10 list of games that I've played throughout the year.
Top level nerd.
Yeah, of course, you gotta do something. But I have 2 top 10 lists. Just let me know which one you want to hear. The games that I played in 2021, or the top 10 games released in 2021. They are quite similar. It's just that I got around to playing a lot more games from previous years than were released last year. Alright.
Let's start with the second one, so the games released last year.
Okay. Fantasy games, there aren't too many on here, but the number one game that I played, which was technically 2020 game, but I didn't have a PS5 at the time,
Ah,
so I still count it for 2021. Otherwise,
Yeah.
I would have played it definitely before.
yeah, the
It's
infamous PS5.
yeah, still quite difficult to obtain.
Yeah, my family member of mine has been trying to get one for like, I don't know how long, and they still haven't been able to.
No,
I think
it's
it's
gonna
been
take
like a
another
year.
while.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's fine. It's Demon Souls,
Ooh, yes.
the remake, of course.
Yeah, I saw that on. I remember we watched the release of the teaser trailer. I think was that on E3.
That was it E3 2020? Could have been.
Oh no, it was the PlayStation showcase.
Oh,
There
yeah.
they showed
Yeah.
it. Yeah, it looked really cool. I mean, I only played Dark Souls 3, but still the Souls games always look quite amazing graphically and just gameplay wise.
Yeah, so this was a remake from a game that came out on PS3, and the remake was done by a different company than that made the original Demon Souls, which were also the creators of Dark Souls and Sekiro and Bloodborne. Um, so they remade the entire game from the ground up, and from what I could tell by playing it, but also watching reviews, is that it's pretty much on point, like all of it from the original.
Just exactly similar.
Exactly similar,
Alright.
just with better graphics, better animations,
Probably
but
better
they-
controls as well.
better controls indeed.
PS3 controls suck.
Yeah, they weren't great, especially for the original Demon Souls. But the graphics have improved like so much, obviously. But with the new abilities, the PS5 and also the new Xbox comes in ray tracing and
Yeah,
reflections.
it
it's just-
adds to the overall experience, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's so good. It looks so incredible, and it plays just like the original did, and
Okay.
the way from Software, the original creators intended it. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm glad
I'm-
to hear
I-
that.
yeah, I'm
More-
very happy with it.
Yeah, more
Um,
studios should do that. Just stick true to original material stuff.
Yeah,
Not just for
you
games,
can
but for movies
change
too.
it a little bit, and the things that they did change were for the better.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's why it's number one. And of course, I'm just a big fan of anything From Software has created since.
Yeah, you're the
since
biggest
Demon's Souls.
biggest Souls-like fan I know, so wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So what about you? What's your favorite game you've played?
Does it have to
In the
be
vent.
like made in 2021 or published in 2021?
Yeah, just start with that. Yeah.
Well, short answer, I don't know. No, I definitely know what my favorite game was this year, which I started playing this year, but I think I have like a top one. I think I have more like per genre. I know which are my favorites for this year,
Right.
and one of them was actually published in 2021. It was my favorite shooter of this year, Ready or Not, which is like this SWAT tactical shooter where extremely high realism. And you have to
Okay.
infiltrate houses and arrest suspects and stuff like that. It's basically the SWAT games. You know that series by chance?
Yeah, I haven't played them myself, but I have watched a little bit about what's the original.
Yeah, it's pretty much just a successor to that series.
Right.
The
Okay.
Bastard Son. So that's like my top one shooter for this year that actually came out this year as well.
But you've been playing it only for the last like week or something?
No, I've been playing for the last month.
Okay.
But very, like a lot. So I've spent entire days
Yeah.
playing it. So the hours are already counting.
So do you play that
Um,
single player or is it
Yeah,
multiplayer?
mostly multiplayer because it's really really fun to play with squad mates, and then like make these battle plans and give everyone ranks so everyone knows exactly what to do. Kind of role play a bit as well.
Okay.
But single player is fun too. You get to command a team of bots and then just assault the house, which is awesome. Or houses, hotel maps. There's a bunch of maps. That's definitely my favorite shooter / like action game of this year that actually came out as well. And for the rest, I played a lot of Valheim this year, which was great as well. I'm pretty sure that came out
I played
this
that
year
with
as well.
you.
Yeah.
A whole bunch.
Valheim came out this year, right?
I think it did. Maybe it was an alpha previously.
Yeah.
But I think officially it was indeed released this year.
If it did come out,
year.
if it did like fully release this year, then probably that would have been my favorite game because it's so much fun just to build and explore and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah. And
I'm
otherwise
thinking,
you've been playing like a lot of Hearts of Iron, Total War.
I'm a big strategy guy. So yeah, I think I have like 2,000 hours in Hearts of Iron now. I don't know, it's a lot. It's not all on my Steam profile, but yeah, that's definitely one of my most played games. The strategy ones, Total War as well. I literally just bought Total War Warhammer 2 today, so with a bunch of DLC. So gonna be playing that for a while, which is fantasy.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's true.
I guess those are kind of like my top games that I've been playing consistently throughout the year. That I can think of at least right now. I'm probably forgetting something, but that's alright.
Yeah, so same for me. I got around to playing a lot of games that I didn't get around playing when they came out. Like I completed Bloodborne. Of course, another one in the Souls genre. But also God of War, the newest one. So the one from 2018.
Oh yeah, the basically like the Norse mythology one.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That's definitely in my top 10 of games that I played.
All right.
Otherwise,
of all time or just this year?
No, just this year.
Okay.
Like the best thing, the absolute 100% best thing that I played this year. Do you want to know it?
Sure. Yeah. Tell me.
I wonder if people know this. Let me know in the comments. This is just my favorite game of all time. Like, it was released in 2019 and last year it got a DLC. And it has changed my favorite game of all time, which used to be Bioshock.
Yeah.
To this one. Like, who is to say you can't change your favorite game of all time?
It hasn't changed for me in let's say 6-7 years. Skyrim, baby.
Yeah. Well, we'll see until Elder Scrolls 6 comes around.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it doesn't have that nostalgia for me, so we'll see.
Yeah, true.
But go ahead.
But the game I'm talking about is Outer Wilds.
Okay.
So not The Outer Wilds, or Outer Worlds it's called. It's from Obsidian Entertainment, who created the original Fallout New Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
But
I have that game actually.
Yeah, they made their own game, which is in the same style of like humor, but it's more oriented towards different planets and space exploration.
Okay.
But no, this one is called Outer Wilds, and the DLC is called Echoes of the Eye, and it's like just blew me away, the original game, and the DLC is even more amazing. It's just more of the same, while continuing building the universe.
So it's
because
like a lore expansion sort of thing, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So do you know about it? Have you heard about Outer Wilds?
No, I haven't. I think I've seen it somewhere, but I can't actually remember like seeing anything from it. Does it have like this kind of fox animal guy on the front with like an eye patch?
No, I think I know which one you're thinking about. A different one you're thinking about.
Okay. I don't know. That came up in my mind when I thought of Outer Wilds, and I was like, is that a Weird, like, animal guy.
No, this is basically you are this astronaut,
Yeah.
but it's like an alien astronaut. And you get blasted off into space, into this solar system, that you can travel from planet to planet. Every planet has its own gravitational field, and it's really small actually.
Okay, so
each
kind of like
planet.
Astroneer?
Yeah, so think about like Astroneer a little bit, yeah. But you travel from planet to planet and uncovering the mysteries of this solar system that you find yourself in, and you just uncover this mysterious alien species that lived here before you.
Right. Yeah.
And I can't tell more about it because it's really spoiler heavy. So
It's story based or not?
yeah, story based with a whole lot of revelations.
All right.
But it's super well made. Like everything, like some smaller puzzles, but there's this really big plot twist that changes up the entire game. That's just the best thing ever for me.
Okay.
And the DLC just explores this solar system even further with another mysterious object. Let's just call it that. And it just like it blew me away again, like the original game did.
Yeah. I mean, that's good to hear. I haven't heard of it. I'll look it up after the podcast, because if I start typing now, then the audio listeners will die.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you're into this kind of game, but
we'll see.
If you watch the trailers, it's you get a feel for it.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Second question. Let's keep this one short so we can move on to the second category. What was the worst game you played this year?
The worst game.
That can be you just didn't like it, or just quality wise.
Okay. Yeah, I have one, but it's also surprisingly a game that I have played a lot.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, a bit contradicting, but I think you know this one, or you absolutely know this one. It's Enlisted.
Yeah. You think it's bad?
No, I just think it is a lot of pay to win. Has a lot of pay to win elements.
Yeah,
and
I mean it does.
Bad. Yeah, it's just those kind of games don't really. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they
feel like they're there to make money.
Yeah,
they're a lot of fun, especially with friends, and it's well made. It works.
It's quite unique as well in certain aspects, especially like the whole squad system, that you don't play one character, but you play like a squad full of characters.
Yeah, so explain
I really enjoy it,
to the listeners who haven't played it or who don't know it.
Now, Enlisted is, in short, it's a World War II shooter made by Gaijin, and it's sort of realistic. It's definitely more realistic than like Call of Duty. It's more like a grand scale, much like Battlefield. It's free to play, not sponsored in any way. I have to note that. But yeah, we play it casually, and with some friends I play it as well. It's alright. I'm really surprised to hear that, actually. I mean, I agree with you, but I didn't think this was going to be the game.
Yeah, it's a weird one, because I played a lot and I still like it. Sometimes I boot it up and play a couple matches. But it's just, the whole pay to win element. It's not really a lot of fun.
No, it never is.
And it really does show that they are there to make money, first and foremost, because it's free to play, of course.
Yeah, it's sort of necessary for them.
Yeah, they do add a lot of content to it, but it's a lot of the same stuff.
And it's not like you can't win without paying as well. Like, we've won plenty of matches and we're pretty much always top leaderboard without paying a single cent.
Yeah, but I think people who play like Dota or League of Legends, who have played
God.
thousands of hours,
Yes.
they're not really excited about the game either. They don't. They think they play it casually. They don't think it's the best game ever.
No, I don't. Yeah,
even
I
just
don't, I
hate
agree.
on it, but still play it.
Yeah. Yeah, some games are just fun, but are kind of crap.
Yeah.
I guess that's definitely true. All right. So what is the
Yeah.
next
What about
question?
you?
Oh,
What-
me.
what's your
oh, me.
worst game of the year?
Oh God. I have to think. Pretty sure I refunded some stuff.
So typically, I don't play games that don't appeal to me.
Yeah, definitely. I
So
agree.
all the games that I do play are at least like a 6.5 out of 10, because
yeah.
I like what is advertised. So I don't play games that I know I wouldn't enjoy.
Yeah,
so that's
for
why
me
I
it's
don't
kind of
really
just I just buy and just see if I like it, and if I don't, I just refund it. I don't buy a lot of games, but when I do, it's either because I like you said, I know I'm gonna like them, or this looks interesting, I might buy it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of something I didn't really like. I suppose there's some Total Wars that I don't really like, and if there's any Total War fans watching this, they're probably gonna murder me. But I don't really like Medieval 2. Okay, I'm gonna go into hiding now. I don't really like Medieval 2 Total War because I don't know. I think it's kind of old, outdated at this point, which is of course logical because the game is literally old. But just I don't really enjoy it because of like the old mechanics and stuff like that. So that's my opinion, and I'm probably gonna get absolutely trashed for that, but we'll see.
We'll see.
I do enjoy the other games, don't worry. I also enjoy Napoleon and Empire, so I'm not a complete sucker for just the new flashy arcadey games. I don't play Troy, don't worry. So that was my defense.
At least you have enough experience to know which ones you like and don't like.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for the balance between the slow strategical approach with Napoleon, which I think was like perfect. You just battles can take an hour, but you're enjoying them. And I'm also not really looking for the arcadey sort of Troy thing, the quick gameplay, battles take 5 minutes, magic. I like Warhammer because I like the lore more than like the gameplay.
Okay.
But the old Total Wars can feel a bit too like, I don't know, too old. I don't know how you describe that.
Like too dated.
Yeah, too dated. Like I own pretty much all the Total Wars, and you can clearly see like a difference, and they fixed the game mechanics and stuff.
Yeah,
so
they just got better, and like the old ones.
Yeah. And so I
understand.
don't dislike Medieval because I think it has a very nice atmosphere. I just don't like it for the gameplay and like the mechanics and stuff.
Yeah. So to a lot of people it would be more nostalgia than like
definitely.
anything else.
I think so. And there's some people like, oh, it's the real Total War, and I'm like, no, shut up. I like whatever I like, and I have a right to like whatever I like. So I'm gonna play Napoleon and Warhammer and be happy.
Yeah. True. So what was the next subject?
The next question really was, what was your favorite movie you watched this year? And
Well, let's see. I've got a list for that as well.
Oh yay! This guy keeps lists of everything.
Yeah, I like lists.
They are organized and make me happy.
Let's see. Let's count how many I have actually watched this year, which isn't too much. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 17 movies total.
In like the theater or just at home?
Just in general.
Alright.
Just both at home and the cinema. So it isn't much. There were definitely years where I watched like 60 plus movies in the theater alone.
Yeah, but the theaters have been
alone.
closed a lot, so that's logical.
Yeah, but that's fine. As far as fantasy movies go, like none at all actually.
No, that's alright.
Just the biggest one I guess is Dune.
Oh yeah, sure, Dune.
That has a lot of lore, so it's not fantasy. It's more like sci-fi, but it just has a larger than life lore. So
that's always fun.
yeah. And
Did you not do the annual Lord of the Rings rewatch?
Not this year.
Not this
The
year.
year before I did it twice. So I think this year let's just wait. Let's just not oversaturate my Lord of the Rings enjoyment.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, so I'm fully set for this year. And Star Wars.
Alright. Yeah, you're set indeed. Maybe I'll watch it this year before the show comes out.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. You should also read the Silmarillion. I think it will help with understanding the world more.
Right. Yeah, I think they will explain it, at least a little bit in the show, but...
Yeah, of course, but it's fun to recognize things. You can be like the Leonardo DiCaprio meme on the couch.
Yeah. What's it again?
He's sitting on the couch with like a beer and a cigar, and then he sees something. I think it's on the television. It's from a movie, and then he just points at the screen, and then it's just me anytime I see lore I recognize in like The Witcher show or something.
Oh yeah. It's from Tarantino's last movie. It's called Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, from that
I believe.
I think. My parents watch it. I haven't watched it. It's good music though. Not my type of movie. I'm more like a war movie type of guy. World War II
Yeah,
or
so
World War I.
speaking of war movies, it's called The Forgotten Battle in English. You would probably know it more as The Slag om de Schelde.
Yes. Yeah. It's a movie about a battle in the Netherlands during the Second World War. I haven't watched it yet, but I was going to this weekend.
Yeah, you should. I think you like it.
I know I'll like it. I've seen snippets of it. It looks amazing.
It's really high quality, one of the most expensive movies made in the Netherlands.
Okay.
At least war movies.
Yeah,
so,
we don't get a lot of those.
No. So other than that, like a bunch of Marvel stuff, of course. Eternals, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man.
Was Eternals actually good?
Depends if you're a Marvel fan or a casual MCU fan. For casual viewers, it was alright. It's pretty long. It has some character development because there are a lot of characters. For hardcore Marvel fans, I'm not sure. I don't think it was rated quite well.
No, I heard a lot of negative stuff about it.
Yeah, if you just keep an open mind, I guess it's alright. It's entertaining enough.
Like kind of like Loki as well.
I haven't watched Loki actually.
Okay.
But I think it's worse than that, than Loki.
Oh jeez.
Because all new characters is like a new type of story, new direction. So it does fit in the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but it's also its own thing.
Yeah, new things are always met with resistance, so it's logical for it to not be as well received as a classic movie would, like Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, what was your absolute favorite movie you've watched this year? Just the number one.
Let's see. Well, I like different movies for different reasons.
Oh god.
Like I have watched a lot of movies. Yeah, you probably know.
Yes, I do.
Like, just to name a few that I liked is Nobody. It's it's like a John Wick style movie.
Like action, brute
yeah, high
murder because
action.
of dog.
Cool action. Just like John Wick, actually.
Yeah, that's
I
cool.
think it has the same director or writer as a John Wick movie, so there's a lot of overlap in how combat is handled.
Alright.
So I like the combat in that one. Furthermore, there is The Last Duel. I think you might like this as well.
Yeah, it's the no, yeah, I don't know, I haven't watched it, but yeah, I saw a half mask helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. That triggers me.
Yeah, but you're a purist.
Yeah, I know I am a purist. I'm proud to be a purist. You do not do that. That's stupid.
It's French. It's set in France at least.
Yeah, but it's not historically accurate. It isn't advantageous in combat. Oh, but you can see more. I wear helmets. I know what you can see. It's alright. You don't need to see that much. You just need to see where their sword is going and where you need to stab them.
He's going off on a tantrum again.
I'm not going off on a tantrum. I'm just saying that half a helmet is dumb. You're going to die.
Even in jousting?
Especially in jousting. They wear thicker helmets in jousting than in combat, mate. You're gonna end up with a lance through your skull. I'm not sure if you want that.
Well, spoilers.
Oh, I'm not.
No.
I haven't watched it, so I'm just guessing the guy gets impaled because he deserves to be impaled. It's stupid and it doesn't make sense.
Well, the character itself isn't the brightest either, so I hope that comforts you a little bit.
Yes, and I hope he. No, I'm not gonna say that. No.
But the movie itself is it's super well made. It's like 3 different stories that are told. So first you get a story from one person, one perspective. Then it starts over from a different perspective, and there are the subtle differences between each story.
Yeah.
When they talk about the same subject. So it's from the same director as Gladiator. I can't remember his name, unfortunately. Which I should. Ridley Scott, that's the one.
Okay.
So, yeah, he makes like amazing movies. Great cinematography in The Last Duel as well. A lot of controversial stuff.
Much like the half-face helmet.
Nah, it's like even worse.
Oh god, what did
Also
they do?
quite current. Let's not go into it. Just watch it yourself and you'll know. But it's portrayed really brutally, like it should.
Yeah. Can I go on a quick tangent?
Go ahead.
One of the movies that I watched that I love was King. I watched it this year. I watched it again. First time didn't really pay attention. Now I did.
Okay.
First of all,
what's it about?
It's about the 100 Years' War between France and England, and it's about Henry, the King of England.
Okay.
First of all, props to the filmmakers for quite accurate display of sword fighting. They used actual sword fighting techniques in the first duel. I'm not going to go into too much spoilers, but accurate sword fighting techniques. They used half swording, stuff like that. They used a dagger during night fights, which is also quite accurate. You can't really use your sword when you're on the ground. But the thing I like most about the movie is that usually in like these medieval movies, especially in older medieval movies, battles are grandiose and there's hundreds of thousands of soldiers on the battlefield and there's charging and crazy stuff. King,
right.
It's so accurate. It's smaller armies and how it's fought in dirt and in mud and people falling and stumbling over each other and literally just getting crushed, not even stabbed. That combat in there is extremely accurate and so gruesome, but so cool at the same time. it kind of hurts to watch as people are literally drowning in mud because their armor is too heavy.
Right.
But it's less epic, but it's more dark and more grounded, and I love to see that in movies. So
okay.
That's what I wanted to say.
So is it a recent movie?
I don't know if it's recent. I think it was like, I don't know. I think it was 2017 or 18.
Right.
I'm not sure. It's been around for a while, but I loved it. I loved it so much.
Okay. So that's your favorite movie you've watched this year?
No, actually, it's not.
Okay.
The favorite movie I watched this year was... So once again, I'm a big guy for like historical and war movies. I watched The Darkest Hour, which has also been around since like 2016.
Right, yeah.
I am absolutely obsessed with politics during like the 20th century, early 20th century, and I'm super interested in, for example, people like Winston Churchill, their political careers and stuff, and that movie describes Winston Churchill and his political career, so it is quite good. It's basically, in short, it's about Winston Churchill and his and the story of his beginning government during the time when surrender for Britain in World War II seemed like the most valuable option.
So I think I've watched it as well. It's where they go into the underground bunkers, right, where they have their cabinet.
Yeah, the war cabinet.
Room. Yeah.
Yes, the war cabinet. Yeah, that's underground in the bunkers, and he has a bunch of speeches in the House of Commons as well. So yeah, I think that was one of the. I think that's the best movie I've watched all year. But King is definitely in the top 3, I think. And then I think the second best movie would be.
And what's the worst movie?
Oh God, the worst movie. Let me think about that for a second.
So
I've watched more shows than movies, really. I think one of the worst shows I tried to start watching was Loki, but I think I watched like one episode and I was like, nah. Probably should give it another chance, but I'm not like a huge Marvel guy, but that's fine. I can't really remember.
Right. So I guess my worst movie, probably F9, the Fast Saga, as it's called.
Oh,
Have you any idea what I'm talking about with this title? Because it's a bit ridiculous.
No, but I'm getting... Is it about cars?
Yeah, it's like the newest Fast and Furious.
Oh, is it literally the new Fast and Furious movie?
Yeah, it's called F9, the Fast Saga.
Oh my god.
Like
that
they come
horrible.
up with the most ridiculous names every new
That sounds like a Steven Seagal movie.
Yeah, accurate. But like this one, while the action is cool with cars, it's just completely unrealistic. Which is kind of that thing that they even in this movie they address like the ridiculousness of the situations they find themselves in every time. But this one, like, it just tops the rest, and it's kind of funny. So
is it ironic? Is it sarcastic? Like, do they actively
sometimes
say, okay, so they are aware that the movie is kind of ridiculous. Much like Sharknado or something.
Yeah, but they were a little bit more serious about with like family and stuff.
Family. Don family.
But there's this one moment where the two comedic characters are talking about how they find themselves in these situations and like they live every time without a scratch. So they're like, are we superheroes? And it's like interesting because maybe they actually are.
Yeah.
If you want to make a theory out of it.
I mean, there's literally a Marvel superhero heroine called I think it was like Clover or something, and her entire superpower is just luck.
Yeah, in Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's Domino, I think.
Oh, Domino.
Her
Yeah,
name
that
is,
was it.
yeah.
That was it. Yeah.
Yeah, but Deadpool is kind of meant to be this ridiculously unrealistic movie.
but I meant like does literally superheroes have that superpower? So it wouldn't surprise me if they tried.
That's
to
probably
play
actually
it off.
a superpower, and in Fast and Furious there isn't any mention of actual superpowers.
Well, this is something for film theory to explore. We are just poor old podcasters.
Yeah, but it's a movie so bad that it's actually kind of good.
Yeah,
funny.
That's with Sharknado as well. It's
Yeah.
so crap that it's amazing.
Yeah. So Rotten Tomatoes would probably not like it, or at least the big reviewers wouldn't. But I think the audience is quite content with it.
Yeah, people watch movies differently than I think the reviewers do. People just like, oh, big explosion, wow, and the reviewers are like, well, this plot hole was left open by this character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I can mention one more moment from the movie, it's not
Sure.
a spoiler.
No one's gonna watch it, don't worry.
But it's the biggest stupid thing that they did. So there's two characters and they go to Tokyo on a hunch because someone is there that they want to meet. So you know how big Tokyo is? Probably.
Yes, quite big.
It's massive.
Mm-hmm.
So they sit down just randomly at a table and they just find themselves exactly in the spot they need to be to find this person.
Oh my god.
And not even the
Tokyo
person
is like
themselves.
Tokyo's like the size of Luxembourg. And they just sit down
just
somewhere
the
in
city
Luxembourg.
itself. Yeah, and it's not explained at all that they find themselves exactly next to his house. That's they don't address it at all, even anyway.
No, it's just a contrived plot like advancement. It's like basically railroading.
Yeah, exactly. So maybe they should have explained it a little bit.
They could, we can
but they
track
don't.
his cell phone. No. We just know where he lives. No, that's
They don't even know that. They don't know anything. They just sit down to have a cup of tea or something, or some noodles, and it's like, hey, I recognize this, and they are precisely where they need to be for some reason.
It would have been funny if there was like a montage of them just running around Tokyo for 2 weeks, not finding the guy, and then just sitting down, discussing how they're gonna give up and go home, and then like, wait, this is the house. That would have been more fun.
Yeah, that would have been more fun, and at least it made a little more sense.
Yeah, I mean, it still would have been pretty shit, but nonetheless.
Yeah, but that's where I'm gonna leave it.
Yes.
With Fast 9.
I have one final question, and
Okay.
we're probably gonna have to extend this episode for the Marvel bit, but that's alright. What was your favorite D&D moment of the last year?
Of the last year, I think we talked about it in the previous episode. The prison break.
Prison scene, the prison break, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was expecting that, or the explosion at the docks that I caused.
Yeah, that as well. Just the ridiculous
Chaos.
situations you and the other player cause, because you cause a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically, if you're gonna let us play criminals, then we're gonna exploit that to the best of our abilities.
And I put you in situations where you can really abuse the criminal system.
Ah yes, abusing the criminal system since session 1.
Yeah. No, but I like this campaign as well.
Yeah, I do. It's more, I mean, it's more of like a campaign with a campaign of one-shots with like a small bit of, like, the consequences are the red line, really.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's exactly the nail on the head. Like, the consequences are the plot for the next sessions.
Yeah.
Because at every session you cause something
death and
that
destruction
shakes the foundations of the city. That we just have to address it in the next session.
I hope we get the king to notice.
Follow.
I hope we get the king to notice us and send in the army. That would be funny.
Yeah, he's the final boss.
The B-bag is actually just a proper king that looks after his people. And
Yeah,
we're just assholes looking to make money.
With every session you break down another neighborhood until you arrive at the castle.
Yes. So yeah, that is the plan. I've been doing a little bit of work for the upcoming campaign I'll be hosting next summer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure when I want to start that. Right now, I have 2 friends of mine who are interested in playing D&D. So I'm gonna be doing like a small session with them, see if they enjoy it, play a one-shot. If they do, they can join. So then we'll have like a party of about 4, maybe 5 people.
Okay.
So we can have a proper sized campaign.
Yeah. And that's a campaign you want to play like every week, or
that is
just
the plan.
when everyone's available?
I mean, as pretty much every week, or for example, if not everyone can be online next week, we'll just do it twice a week. But it's gonna be mostly around
so you do
summer.
it online?
Well, we can do it physically. It just kind of depends on, what we are allowed to.
Yeah, the circumstances.
Yes. But doing it online, it's alright too. I definitely do want to do a session 0 in person though.
Yeah, that's best for new players as well.
But I want the characters to be made. I pretty much I want more experienced players like you and my girlfriend to make their characters on their own, and then the new players I'll help them right then and there.
Yeah.
And then we can do like session 0. Basically, I'll just explain the lore of the world, and it's gonna be short, but you can ask me questions.
Yeah, just best thing to do with new players is keep it simple, keep it entertaining, keep the story rolling. So don't introduce a lot of characters, just what is fun to do.
Yeah, the good thing is one of the players though does really like role playing, so that's good. The other player has like included 0 experience at all, but he was like, I mean it seems fun, so we'll see.
Just a bit of role play, a bit of combat.
Yeah, and you can always show them the ropes with basic combat and stuff.
Yeah, just teach
while we're playing.
What all the stats do and how to roll for damage and
really
that sort of stuff.
Mostly that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited for that, and I have a bunch of new
So what was the setting again?
Oh, it was my own homebrew world.
Okay.
Erandor.
Yeah.
So I'm probably gonna get some a movie poster art done for it, with all you guys' characters on it.
Like actually commissioned?
Actually commissioned, yeah. And
don't spend too much money.
No, I'm not gonna spend too much money. I just want to make this like a proper. If it like happens exactly as I want it to, this is gonna be our first huge campaign that we actually play. First of all, in my homebrew world, and second of all, just start to finish.
It's regularly.
Regularly as well. I want it to be level 1 to 20, and then at 20, we'll do 1 or 2 more sessions because I have some other things in mind.
Yeah.
But I'm super excited to get working on the story for the campaign. I have some ideas. I just need a little bit more lore, then I can get started.
Yeah. Let's hope.
See. And if it's finished early, we could always start earlier this year and then really pick up during the summer.
Yeah, that's also one of the things I want to definitely do this year. More regular sessions.
Yes, definitely.
And hopefully that is possible.
Yeah, I mean, we can always play online if we can't meet face to face.
But maybe with some upcoming plans, I'll try at least. We can play a lot more regular.
Awesome.
But I'll let you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's basically my plan for the upcoming few months. Work
Yeah,
out
sounds
that
good.
world. I'm gonna get a map commissioned as well. I have my own map, but
Yeah,
it's
you
crap.
have your own.
But
Nah, it's not crap.
yeah, but it's not exactly how I want it to. I want it done like really nice, like drawn and stuff. So,
Okay,
and I want something to like commemorate that campaign if it goes well.
right. No, that's understandable. But like, don't take it too far.
No, I won't.
Especially
No, I
for the
won't.
first few sessions.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and if it
Yeah.
does go how I want it to, then I'm gonna make you guys have a fuck ton of fun, and if it doesn't, then yeah, that happens. But we'll see.
At least you'll have some stuff to remember the party and the world map, which you can use again, of course.
Yeah, definitely. I really want it like printed out big on my wall. This is my work. This is my world.
Yeah. No, that's cool to hear.
Yeah. So it's 51 minutes now. Yeah, you can get into the Marvel bit, and we'll just extend the podcast. That's fine.
Yeah, a little bit. I'll just ask one question. We can talk about for the remainder of this episode.
Yes.
And that's the question that I saw on Reddit. It's if Thor's hammer, so the Nordic god of war or the Nordic god of thunder.
Yes. Yeah, I'm quite well versed in that.
Yeah, and probably if you listen to this podcast, you know what I'm talking about. But his hammer,
Most people do.
Mjolnir. What if it ended up in Middle Earth? Who could wield it? So who would be worthy enough to wield Mjolnir?
I think Sauron would try to capture it and then use it to forge another ring which is more OP.
Right, maybe with some thunder powers.
Yeah, I mean,
But
just
could he wield
blast
it?
Gan. No, because he's stupid, stinky, big bad demon guy.
Yeah. So
But he tried to corrupt it probably.
True, but it would fail
Yeah.
because it's actually an item from the gods.
Yeah, the gods are weird though in Lord of the Rings. Like there are gods, but I think it's like, what was it again? It's basically Sauron's dad. Not really, but Melkoth or something. Merkov, I forgot. Whatever. He's really powerful as well, so he could probably like take off.
Yeah, but it's not just power. Like if you look at the
But
MCU again.
he could like de-enchant it, and then Sauron could wield it and then use it for himself.
Right. Yeah, maybe.
I think Aragorn would be able to wield it though.
Yeah, because in the MCU, the ones who have wielded it is Thor, of course,
Captain America.
Captain America, and that's it, I think. Maybe Iron Man. I'm not sure if he actually did in the end. I can't remember. But definitely Thor and Captain America. So Aragorn you mentioned.
Yes, I think Aragorn because he is the good guy and he is the best guy and he is, the big,
But
big
here's the
hero.
thing. Would he find himself worthy enough to wield it? Because the hammer can be picked up.
Sure as hell found himself
That's the
worthy
thing.
enough to be the king of Gondor, get an elf woman,
Well.
and then proceed to make a sword made for an ancient king, and then claim
Yeah, but
the
only
line of
after
men.
2.5 movies.
It took him a while, but I'm just saying,
took him a
movie
while.
3 Aragorn would definitely use the hammer
Okay,
and smack
yeah.
Sauron across the head.
Movie 3 Aragorn probably would.
Just send Mjolnir flying through Isengard, just make the tower crash onto Grima.
Yeah. Yeah, he would absolutely obliterate the orc army with
But
with
question is,
Mjolnir.
would it be more efficient than the Rohirrim charge?
I think the most efficient were those ghosts.
No, it was the horses. It wasn't the ghost. It was the
it
horses.
Wasn't the horses.
It was the horses. It was the horses. They killed the elephants. And they killed the orcs. And yes,
the ghosts also killed elephants and basically
screw your ghosts.
the entire.
They're just antisocial dweebs who hide in the cave because they're sad and emo, and then Aragorn made them come out because he promised them salvation.
Yeah.
But the Rohirrim charged to their deaths, man.
Yeah, that's the thing. They died. All those ghosts were already dead. They were way too overpowered for this battle.
Yeah. It's not fair. I mean, there's not that as much honor in fighting orcs anyway.
Yeah, they had some invulnerability cheats.
Yeah. God mode enabled. Sorry, ghost mode enabled.
Ghost mode enabled.
We're gonna end it. No, I'm kidding.
No, so the one character where I think would be worthy enough to wield it would probably be Samwise.
Sam, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And even if he couldn't wield it, he would pick up the one who could wield it.
No,
to carry them instead.
Yes,
I can't carry the hammer, but I can carry you.
Aragorn on, Sam. Aragorn on Sam's back, wielding the hammer, like huzzah, charge. Just instead of the Rohirrim appearing on the horizon, it's just Sam with Aragorn on his neck carrying the hammer.
Yeah, power duo.
Because he broke his toe. I'm gonna get shot for saying that. Okay.
It's always that one scene, and you're just waiting for someone to mention it.
And then you punch them.
And then you punch them, even though you wanted to be the one to say it.
Yes, that's exactly why you punched them.
Yeah. So that's it then? No Gandalf,
Aragorn,
no Frodo.
Nah, man. Gandalf is Jesus, and Frodo is a pansy, and the other guys are kind of meh. Gimli would probably try. He think he could, like,
he would try.
It's not that heavy, and then he tries to pick it up, and he'd strain his back.
Yeah.
Legolas would then proceed to try because he saw Gimli do it, and then he wants to impress him, and then he also fails, and he's like, "This is cursed. This is not possible. We elves are superior."
Probably.
And then Boromir would try, and he'd fail, and then Aragorn would be like, "Bruh, I'll try," and then he's just like, "Oh, this is not that heavy at all."
Yeah. Merry and Pippin would try together.
Yeah, I was about to say that they tried together for like hours trying to lift the thing.
Yeah, probably.
Gandalf would be in the corner laughing.
Something to try and pick it up, so like slide something under it or something.
Yeah, ask Treebeard to pick it up.
Yeah. Do you think Treebeard could wield it?
No, he couldn't.
No.
He's too old. He's gonna break his little wooden back.
Yeah, he ignored Isengard for years, so...
Yeah, he was like, I don't want to get involved, I just want to be a tree, and then Saruman was like, no, okay, I'll go kill you then, bye.
Yeah.
Guess what, I burst your dam.
Yep.
Good memes. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think...
Aragorn would be, and Sam would be the top contenders
top
to wield
picks,
the hammer.
Yeah. True.
Or
so
Tom Bombadil, because he's also God.
Yeah, Tom Bombadil probably as well. Do you think we'll see him in the show?
My immediate reaction says no, but when I think about it, maybe there be hints to him.
He has existed for a long time. I'm not sure if he existed at the time.
He's like a god,
of the show.
Right?
Yeah, at least an incredibly old, powerful being who just wants to be like a hermit.
Yeah, that's kind of what I got from that as well. I saw a meme the other day when it was like, it was like this the Giga Chad meme, but it was Tom Bombadil's face edited on it. And it was like, entire war going on, hundreds of thousands of people dying, the world is suffering, but you just want to look at plans. Tom Bombadil grind set. And I died. So he's an interesting character. I think we might see.
He's interesting, or at least a mention of him. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm thinking more like, indeed like a a Easter egg or something like that, or a hint towards him.
Yeah, we'll see.
I think showing him directly
to
would.
look out for.
Yeah. I think showing him directly would kind of take away the mystery from who he really is.
True.
So he should be, if he's in the show at all, he should be like this mysterious character that is talked about once.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's exactly the hour mark.
It is.
So do you have any plans for next episode that you think, that's
the next episode
interesting to discuss?
No, I don't really have anything planned. I think I did get a new D&D book, so I might talk about that. I probably will. I got Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft, so that's really nice.
Okay. Yeah, we were also going to play a session this week.
Yeah, and we will talk about that next week.
Yeah, we can talk about that as well.
So
yeah, I've got a bunch of
stuff.
questions that I have written down that we haven't gotten around to this episode, but we can talk about it another time.
Plenty of time. I also, if you're watching this and you have any questions for us about D&D, about movies, about our opinions on stuff, you can just put them down in the comments and we'll answer them as well.
Yeah. What is your favorite game of last year, or favorite movie, and why? We can get into our opinions if you value them.
If you value them, or if you don't, I don't care. No,
or
I'm
if
kidding.
you don't.
So if you wanna tell us anything, ask us anything, hit up the comments and let us know. We'll be quick to respond, and we'll shout you out in the next episode, basically.
Yep. Other than that was episode
4 already
of the Castles, Cantrips and Conniptions podcast. My name was Evan.
My name still is Edward.
Still is Edward. Still is Evan. And we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.